everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to make you some banana bread, so let's get on with it so we can get started. Okay, so we have 185 grams of softened butter, what was it, 1 1/4 cups of raw caster sugar, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've put the vanilla extract in the eggs and I'm going to whisk them together just to make it easier later when I put them together. What else? 3 or 4 bananas. I'm using 4 because they're medium size, they're not that big. 2 cups of sifted self-raising flour, a 1/2 cup of hazelnut meal, or you can use almond meal, whichever you want. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda, with probably between 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of milk. You may not need all of it, so I'm going to make a paste out of that so that you don't get lumps in the mixture with the bicarb soda mixed in with a bit of the milk. So I think that's it. We'll get started putting them all together. Okay, I've greased a 24 by 24 centimetre cake tin and lined it with baking paper. So put that aside ready. And I've also preheated the oven 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. First up, we cream the softened butter and the sugar together. I'll just add half the sugar for now till I get it nicely mixed together. Just use an electric mixer. Add the rest of the sugar. Okay, at that stage you can grab the eggs, and I've already put the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract in there, so I shall just whisk these together. So then you can just add that to your butter and sugar mixture. And mix that together. Okay. Put that aside. Get right in front of me, the bananas. For this recipe you should really use almost overripe bananas. These could still be a bit darker, but make sure you use well ripened bananas. And start mashing. You can mash them as much as you like, you can mash them fairly smoothly, excuse me, or leave them quite chunky if you prefer that too, so it's just a personal choice. That will do. into your mixture. And give them a quick mix together. Okay, smells really nice. Next we'll put the salt, hazelnut meal and the flour in. I've already sipped the flour, so just a little bit at a time. Don't forget the salt. Just do this by hand. And hazelnut meal. Flour. Now it's getting a bit harder to mix together, so I'll go over and grab the milk and the bicarb soda. This is where you might not use all the milk, so I'll just get a little bit of the milk and mix it in together with the bicarb soda, just to make sure that's all well dissolved and there's no lumps. It's nothing worse than biting on a dry bit of bicarb soda in your cake. So just pour that in. Add a tiny bit more milk. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. A bit more flour. Hazelnut meal, it's all gone. Alternate it with the milk again. I think adding the hazelnut meal or almond meal makes a really nice, just a slight nutty flavour to it, which I like. You can also use walnuts, like big chunks of walnuts if you like, but I quite like the hazelnut. Last bit of flour. And I might just use a tiny bit more milk. I've got probably tablespoon of milk left, so not quite 3/4 of a cup I used. I think it depends on how big your bananas are too, because I've got a lot of moisture in them, so there we go. Nice consistency. Everything's combined well. I didn't need that. I'll grab the cake tin. probably use a loaf tin too. I've got one somewhere. I'll show you. Something like this, but I was a bit worried that the mixture will overflow in this one, and this one's slightly bigger. And I think because it's flatter it might cook sooner too, so let's see how we go. Just sort of spread it out fairly evenly. Give the tin a bit of a bang in the cupboard. And that's ready to go in the oven. I'll put it in the oven for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, but I'll be checking it around the 40-minute mark just to make sure that I'm not overcooking it. Oven temperatures vary, so you might want to keep an eye on it yourself, and you might need less or you might need more, so I'll show you when it's all done. Okay, the banana bread has 10 more minutes to go. It's been cooking for 40 minutes, so I'll just quickly open the oven and with a skewer just test to see if it comes out clean and if it's ready. Maybe give it a bit of a push down. I think it still needs a bit more. I can tell it's sinking in the middle, so I won't even try and push the skewer through because I know it's not ready. So we'll give it another 10 minutes and see how we go. Okay, it's been a total of 50 minutes, so we'll take the cake out and check it. Just quickly pop it on here so you can see how it's pretty brown now, but that's come out nice and clean, so that is ready. So yeah, it took a total of 50 minutes cooking time with my oven. But yours may vary, might take less or a bit more. I'm just going to let that cool for 10 minutes before I turn it out, and I'll come back later and show you what's sliced. Okay, so the cake's cooled down a little bit, about 15-20 minutes. I'll just turn it out onto a serving plate. Get a knife and cut into it so you can have a look inside. You can make some icing, or sprinkle it with icing sugar, whatever you feel like. I'm just going to leave it plain. And there you have it, with a yummy moist banana cake.